These 8 jobs need to be done before you meet with the students. These are the last few weeks of August. If you're watching this when I made it or later, these things are done in the summer because they're useful. Here they go. You are thinking about what is really important to tell your kids this year. You need to focus on 2 or 3 things that are really important. For instance, I have severe scent allergies, and I found it was so much better to be proactive and tell the kids what my allergies were and maybe make a little joke out of it at the beginning of the year. I didn't want to have a hissy fit in front of a kid about writing on their binders with whiteout because I'm allergic to it. Instead, if I focus on that and tell the whole class about my allergy, hey, they are much better with that information coming again as a reminder. Some student will be listening to you that first day, and that student will tell the other kid to quit writing on their binder with whiteout. Now you really have to quit making lesson plans. And I'm serious about that because you can waste your whole summer making lesson plans for something you're not going to teach. Because if you don't know it already, the administration at your school will probably change everything that you teach. So if you are making lesson plans, just set them aside and relax for the last few days of August. You want to do some research over the summer to find some games you can play with your kids. You want to have some games in your back pocket, as it were, in case you have 5 minutes at the end of a period and you really don't want to yammer on about something, boring. You may as well have something that you can do that's fun. You want to have those games because everybody needs some fun in their life every day, right? Now, if you don't use those games until December, great, because you can spend a day in December or half a period or whatever time you have to play some fun games with the kids when you're too exhausted to teach anymore, just for even 10 minutes of your day. So find out some good games, and researching those games on the internet is a good idea, or asking other people what games do they play. Always good if they do it in another school so that the kids aren't playing the same games. But listen, you want games that do not involve a lot of stuff. You want to just be able to say, hey, we're going to play this game right now. This is what we're doing. Boom, and start playing the game. Because if the computer loses power, or what happened to me when I was doing a speech, all the internet was down, you don't have access to that. So just find some fun games that will work for you. Decide on how you're going to deal with bullying this year. Even if you have one thing to tell the students at the beginning of the year, it is so good to be proactive and not actually trying to deal with something after it happens, right? So think about that during the summer. What are you going to do about bullies this year? Only go into your classroom to do all that important decorating when nobody else is at the school. If you have a chance, if you can get a key, go in at night, take a child with you that belongs to you, not a random child off the street, okay? Or your significant other, and get that job done. You'll save a whole lot of time. When you do go into the school during office hours, when other people are around, That's when you start making new friends. You find out who's new to the school if you've been in that school last year, or if you're the new person, you start a list. Who are the custodians? Who are the EAs if you happen to run across them? Who are the secretaries? Oh, very important to know the secretaries' names. And of course, principals, vice principals, and all of that. But you want to start making your relationships during those days. I don't know what your school district does, days or weeks, but when that school is open and there's no students in there. Okay, this is the commercial break here. If you would like to have a free copy of the first chapter of my book, please click on that link down below this YouTube video and get my August suggestions. It's a whole chapter of my book and it's free, so do that. This is really important. Prepare a binder for substitute teachers that will take over your classroom when you're too sick to move. You need to have that done now. And the reason you need to do it now is so you can use it yourself. You are going to prepare tabs in that binder so that later on when you get them, you'll have your class lists put in, you'll have pictures of the kids, you'll have all sorts of things. You're going to have school procedures, you're going to have your procedures, and of course, emergency procedures in that binder. And the reason you're going to have it done early is so that they always do this. They're going to have a fire drill the first week of school, and you're going to go, oh, where did I put my classes? If you're anything like me, you'll have that binder all prepared. You'll have it in a drawer that says substitute teachers. You're going to be ready to go. So this binder is really for you. And if you have it all prepared and ready to go, the chances are you're going to put all that paper into the binder. Now, as a substitute teacher who had issues with technology, it's really important that you have some things on paper so the subs can come in and grab it right away. I was in a school teaching a class I'd never taught before. The fire drill went off before I figured out how to open the computer and take attendance. And luckily, the teacher that I was in for had clipboards with student class lists on them, and that worked out so well. So make sure you have that binder done in August. And the last thing you need to do, smile, because remember, you love teaching. Remember, teachers, we're all in this together.